guys? TheCampingRusher here. Welcome back to Factions Base Tour. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode, and thank you for tuning in every single Saturday for a new episode of this series. Today is going to be the coolest base we've ever seen, the most unique episode of Base Tour that's ever happened on this series, and it's going to be a bit weird. And let me just start off by saying, for one, we are on Factions Purple, which is no Wither, so it's a canon server. And this base is literally being raided right now. We are touring a base that is being raided right now. And it almost turned me off from the fact to actually tour this base. But I thought, let's change it up a bit. Things won't be exactly the same as usual. Like, we may not be able to get a calculation out of this base, but we're going to talk to the owners. We're going to see this base and show off some of the cool designs that the faction Impulse has done. So thank you to Toxic Fishy MC for leaving a comment on last episode suggesting this base. Remember, that's all you have to do in the comments below. Scroll down, leave a comment saying what your base is, what server you're on, and what faction or what your username is, so I can come check out your place. And that's exactly what Toxic Fishy did. Let's tour this thing. So, Impulse has a base. If we go F map, it's a pretty big claim. This is a canon server, though. So what that means is you can see all these walls. This is so, and I'm not an expert at cannoning by far. Hint, hint, I'm starting to get better in the main series, the main show, for a certain reason. That's the only hint I'm giving. But I am by no means an expert cannoner. But these walls, basically, I'm under the impression that you make tons of walls. So, like, it is raidable. But if you take a cannon to this thing, it's gonna take hours to breach through these walls, unless you've got like a crazy cannon. The more walls you make, the harder it's gonna be to cannon through it. Is basically the idea. It is possible to raid, like I said, but because of the mass amount of walls, they defend from raiders. And just to keep in mind, we are look at this. This is cool too. Is this the Pringles guy? That looks like the Pringles guy. They got like some art right at the top of their base. So my favorite part and the coolest part is their design. We are at an overworld base, and this is what cannoners do, dude. This is how cannon bases work. And it's so cool. It's a different world of factions, the cannon world, and I can't wait to jump into it at some point in my factions career. But okay, so this is the outside of the base. There's not much more to it. The way this base got raided was due to inside. So these walls actually stood strong and were not defeated. But we're going to head in there now. You're going to see there is a raid going. This base got insided literally maybe 30 minutes ago. And it's being raided right now. It's going to look destroyed, but we'll still be able to kind of get a general idea of how cool this base was, I guess. So you spawn in, you got bedrock right away. You know I love that bedrock. Right where you spawn in, you got the nice bedrock platform to show the power. Cow spawners, always a turn on for me. You know, my brethren in the base. That's beautiful. Now, during this raid, so this guy's part of the faction, and these guys, I think, are raiding it. I don't know if they're going to be fighting in this anymore, because they know I'm coming on to base tour, but I've been watching earlier, and they were fighting. Like, we are touring mid-raid. This is so cool. And as for stuff, they actually, it seems like when they logged off, they put blocks above these chests. So I don't think they've got too much of the stuff, though. I think there's still some stuff left, and I don't know how much, though. I don't even know if they've got prop 4 left in here. I assume they've taken most of it out. But yeah, is this like, I don't know who's who. I want to see, are these guys all friends? Stricken? No, see, this guy's in an enemy faction. These guys are all enemies right now, but they're not fighting, I think, just for video purposes. I don't know. They've been fighting a lot too, so who knows what's going on. Up here, they've got a perfect display of heads. You know me, and I think you guys can agree, heads make a base look so much more. It puts so much more life into the base, really is what it is. And they've not only got the heads, they've got the descriptions of the heads. And it's something I gotta do on the main series, seriously, because I love when they describe the heads so that everyone has an idea of who this is, where they came from, what is their story, and it It makes the base have a lot more life. Oh, and they even have it split up to enemy heads and ally heads. Of course, I just saw a creeper egg go off in here earlier, so blew off some of the head hole. But the design here, if you come up, we had the bedrock there. They've got another bedrock here. They've got a bedrock eye for impulse right there. Oh my gosh, their use of bedrock is so amazing. It makes them look so rich. This faction, they've got about like 20 to 30 mil a piece. The owner is David the Sloth. We'll be getting in a call with him shortly and get the full story behind everything. I'm so excited. And just very good use of bedrock. Shows power, shows cockiness, shows richness. Unfortunately, it'll now be unusable. Actually, no, it's in the overworld. They can't get it back though, but they can TNT it. So, pretty cool. It still keeps going though, and I like their use of green. They kind of give it a green wood and dirt look, like an outside overworld forest kind of look. Because up here you can see like cobble, dirt, leaves, vines. Such a different vibe to this base. It's not, and that's another reason I liked it. Even though it's rated, you can kind of tell the general format. You know, they've got houses. It's like it's an actual town existing within this one base. It's not just a big open square. It's designed. It's not fully open. There's enough room to walk around, but not too much room, if you know what I mean. And there's all these little compartments. Very cool interior design. And that's one of the reasons I chose this base. It's just such a different outlook. And again, the leaf style, the vine style, I don't even know what this room was used for. I think it's just here to look cool, which is epic, you know? Why not look good? Why not be productive and look good at the same time? Oh, and then they've got an inappropriate thing here made out of bedrock again. I can't ignore that. That's worth a little bit of money right there. And we're not done yet. They do have, or I guess did have, spawners. This part's obviously already taken down. Again, back to the vines, back to the wooden style. What do they got here? Oh, they got a notice. They got a notice board. So organization, get TCR's head. Unfortunately, I'm in game mode C. You guys cannot kill me right now. But they've got organize, more walls, because again, the more walls on the exterior, the longer it takes for a cannoner to take it down. Although, I think my man Finster, my boy Finn D from my main show, I think he could take down those walls. I know we've seen some of the cannons he can create. That guy is a beast. But it would slow him down, I guess. The more walls, the better. Better designs. And so they're just kind of letting everyone know in the faction what the job is, what's the focus of Impulse, what is our purpose, I guess. And if we head up here, I guess I can break something just to head up. Ooh, do they have spawners here? Oh, they got a ton of spawners still. Oh, we may be able to do a calculation, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like they've been able to get it. Oh, no, they were in here already. I saw them inside here earlier, creeper egging. But they haven't done any Hail Marys yet. So, I don't know what's going on, why they haven't creeper egged these yet. But, yeah, we may be able to do a little calculation. Of course, it won't be worth as much as other bases because it's been raided. But they've also got the spawner room and an AFK room up there. Let's actually check this out quickly. What's it look like? Yeah, AFK room here. So, although it's a beautiful base, it's still a very functionable base. And just a very unique base tour today. Very unique, and I like that. And I hope you guys are liking it too. And make sure to remind me. I should also let you know, last episode, I always ask you guys, what do you want to name this base? And Shred Network said the name of last episode's base, and make sure to check out last episode if you missed it, should be Ravenshire. Raven because the Baltimore Ravens and the NFL team are purple, and that was kind of the general color of the base was purple. And Shire because Shire is like a town, and the base was so big it could fit a town. Very cool. Ravenshire kind of rings, so thank you for the comment, Mr. Shred Network. Guys, we're going to jump into a call with the leaders, the mods of this faction, and get the stories, because I bet they've got a big story behind this. And very, very cool base today. Thank you for letting me tour it. So I got a few gentlemen in the call here. We got some owners slash mods and co-owners. David the Sloth, you are the owner of Impulse, right?
Yep.
Good, confirmed. And then we got Iris and Jake here. How you boys doing?
Pretty
Good.
good.
Good, good. Thanks again for letting me tour your base. I'm very, very sorry it got insided and raided, and it was just bad timing. Literally, it was like apparently half an hour before I came online, I think, is what I was
Yeah.
told. Man, but either way, we were still able to get a good look at the base and see the general outline, I guess. But I think lots of the viewers and myself are interested in what happened today, so we'll ask two basic questions, then we'll roll into the interesting stuff. How long's this base been up before today?
It's been up about 2 weeks.
2 weeks-ish. Okay, so it's been around a pretty good while. And how much time did it take for you guys to create this base in all?
About 4 to 5 days. About a day's total work.
A day's total work. So 24 hours total work spread across 4 to 5 days. Dang, dude, that's lots of work. I assume lots of it was put into these walls, probably. So let's get right into it. Reese, why did you get insided? Why did this happen? Because obviously you weren't raided through the walls, because these things are beast. How did it happen? Why did it happen?
Um, this kid named Andrew decided to TP all the enemies inside the base,
Oh,
and they mainly started creeper egging everything.
and why did he do it though? What was his motive?
He wasn't a mod, and only mods are allowed in the mod base. And we asked him nicely to delete the home many times, but just decided not to and TP'd people in. Oh,
He just what?
accident.
He just so he got a TP in here by accident. Like, how did he get in the base then initially?
Uh, he's friends IRL with one of the mods, and
Yeah.
a mod TP'd him in, and we didn't really like it. Oh,
Okay. Did that mod get kicked who TP'd him in?
I think that mod is quitting.
Okay. Man, that's a weird situation. So then you politely asked him to leave, and he said no and took down the whole base. Well,
Basically.
that's a low blow, dude. Okay, so that's how it happened. It was obviously an inside. Why is the base so strong? Because I was trying to debate this in the video. Why do these walls, like, why can't, because I have Finn in my main series who I've seen cannons, he can go through like 10 walls in one shot or something. How are these walls so strong?
It would take a lot of TNT to get through them, like approximately about 12 dubs.
12
And
dubs of
not ve-
TNT.
Not very many people have that.
Okay, so just to make it clear, it's the TNT, like, people could build cannons to get through this thing, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's the sheer fact that people don't have the cash to spend on the amount of TNT that's needed. How much money does one dub of TNT cost? Like, not even 12 dubs, but just one dub alone. How much would that cost, factions money wise?
512k.
Dang, dude. So $500,000 right there. So if you needed to raid this base, you gotta put in $6 million worth of TNT alone. Let alone, like, that's ignoring the fact that you guys can fix it at any time. You can make repairs, and they'd have to spend even more. So that is one of the main issues, is the amount of money it costs to purchase crazy amounts of TNT. Because you can make these crazy cannons, but it comes with a big price tag. So that makes a lot more sense to me, because so basically, the more walls you put on this thing, the more cash it's gonna cost to raid it.
Yep.
Basically. Perfect. Okay, cool. I'm glad I got a handle on that. This cannon stuff's all new to me. If it didn't get raided, did you plan on putting up more walls?
Probably.
Thanks for letting me tour the base today, gentlemen. And in the comments below, I want you guys to name this base. What do you think this base should have or should be named? Leave in the comments below, leave your reasoning, and we will choose a winner next episode. Thanks again, Impulse, for having me here today, and best of luck to you in the future of factions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the calculations. Today was a little tough because of the raid, but because there are still golem spawners and pigment spawners active in this base, there is still prop 4 that has not been touched. We can do a calculation, and this base actually ranks high with some of the other bases that we've toured before, and it's actually very close to maybe beating or losing to number 1. What that means is, right now, before we do these calculations, leave your comment down below. How much will this base be worth? The best base of all time, $381 million is the record. What do you think this base is worth? Leave it down in the comments below, and remember to touch that like button while you're down there. Here we go. The Impulse base, based on $287 million worth of spawners, $50 million worth of Prop 4, $6 million worth of TNT, $3.2 million worth of bedrock, and $5 million worth of miscellaneous. The final value of the Impulse base is $351 million, 200,000. Thank you so much for your comments and for your suggestions. This does put us 30 million short of the top base ever, but keep in mind this base was rated, dude, and it's still ranked that high. So good for these guys, good for Impulse. I'm sorry their base was rated, but that's factions, man. That's what happens sometimes. All in all, I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, remember to touch that like button. Join the Rushers by subscribing so you don't miss an episode of this or an episode from the main show that appears daily every single day. This series itself comes out every Saturday. Most of you do know that. Make sure to leave a comment down below suggesting your base and telling me which faction server to find it on here on the Archon. And maybe you could be toured next episode. Thanks again, guys. Stay awesome. I love you guys. I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye.